I'm sure I'm not the only one with a pile of tires lying around in the garage like this. The tires are taking way too much space, and the tires behind are hard to reach when you need them. I want to build a tire rack that you can store tires upwards, and it would hold at least 2 rows of tires. I've been thinking about building a tire rack for a long time, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. However, today we're finally going to deal with it and build a rack for the wheels. There was this wooden deck on our backyard. I don't really know what to do with it, so we are using this to make a tire rack for our garage. There are 6 planks in total, which are still in good shape, but the support beams have rotten away, so we are not using them. The planks are 420 centimeters long. My trailer is shorter, so I have to cut these planks anyway. I'll cut them in half so that they are 210 centimeters long, each of them. Here you can see how badly the support beams have rotten. Alright, that's it. All disassembled and salvaged. We're not letting anything usable go to waste. Now let's head back to the garage before anyone notices the deck is missing. Oh, did I forget to mention? This isn't even my house. I forgot to stop by the hardware store and buy some screws. Well, I guess that's it for today. I'm joking. Let's go get those screws. It won't take long. Just to let you know, I did not steal the screws. I did not carry them in my pocket out of the store. Great. First things first, I get the pleasure of moving this pile of tires yet again, just so I can finally build the tire rack. You know, the one that should have been done months ago. Anyway, here's the sketch of the tire rack. There are 12 2x4 planks that I can use for the frame. Then there are 4 thinner planks I can use as a beam on shelves that don't have to carry too much weight. Now, if you take a look at the sketch, just in case it wasn't blatantly obvious, the thick bars are the 2x4s, and the thinner ones, well, those are the thinner planks. The gray bars are the ones behind and black bars in front. Groundbreaking stuff, I know. Once they are done, I have to add connecting beams to the sides of the rack to hold these pieces together. Notice that in the lowest shelf I'm using thinner planks because the tires are going to be on the ground. This plank is just there to stop the tires from rolling off from under the shelf. But hey, you already knew what I was trying to explain, right? So, I have no clue what the exact measurements should be, but let's just go ahead and attach the lowest crossbeam 4 centimeters off the ground. Sounds precise enough, right? That should keep the tires from rolling away. Then, I'll just drill some holes into the beam and screw these 2 planks together. They might line up, maybe. Same deal on the other side. Oh wait, yeah, definitely need to leave space for the other crossbeam. Almost forgot. Then we'll slap the upper crossbeam on top. Oh, and remember, always drill a little hole first so you don't split the plank when screwing it in. Not that I'd know much about that, considering I'm definitely not a carpenter. But hey, worth a shot. Now we'll just slap the crossbeams right next to the ones we installed earlier. Same drill as before, no big deal. Oh look, old screws still hanging out in these planks. Better take those out so I don't punch holes in the tires. Once the crossbeams are all set, we can throw in another upright beam, or whatever it's called. I'm definitely nailing these technical terms. Then I'll very precisely measure the tire to see how wide the rack needs to be, so the wheels don't just fall right through. And yeah, I know I'm measuring the height of the tire. The width's pretty much the same, I guess. I decided to go with a 50 centimeter long connecting beams. Seems like a good measure for them. Not too deep so the tires don't sink, and not too high so they're wobbling all over the place. I screwed them right in the middle, on both ends of the rack. Now, I'll just lift the whole thing up and throw in 2 more upright beams. Oh wow, look at that. It's actually starting to look like a shelf. Who would have thought I had it in me? Anyway, just one small problem. There's this radiator pipe in the way, so I'll have to figure out how to dodge that. But before we get to that, I may have installed the upper beams just a little too high. There's enough space at the bottom to park a small car in there. No big deal, I'll just lower the cross beams a bit. Great. Now, that's sorted. I can finally add another upright beam to connect the back shelf together. And, of course, the drill's battery is dead. Perfect timing. While that's charging, I went ahead and whipped up some more connecting beams. Oh, look at that. Wasn't that fast? Charged battery already. Wow, being a YouTuber is a breeze. You don't have to sit around waiting for a battery to charge when you can just magically cut that part out. And look at that pace of me working. This rack will be ready in no time. I'm going to mount the rack on the wall with these concrete screws. They should hold the tire rack on the wall. I don't think it would tip, but just in case. I carefully mark where the crossbeam should go, ready to drill for the plastic anchors. But of course, because nothing can ever be simple, I realize there are already anchors in the wall. And where are they? Right below where I need my crossbeams to go. Turns out, these are leftovers from when this garage was, well, a pig farm. And, well, here we go again. Time to lower the crossbars one more time. Maybe they'll actually be at the right height this time. Fingers crossed. Now that we've finally got that sorted, I can mark where the top shelf should go. And who knows, maybe we'll actually finish this thing before next Christmas. Alright, I'll just mark the existing holes so I can guess where to aim when I drill holes into the back beam. And hey, did you catch how I handled that radiator pipe situation? Not to brag or anything, but that was an engineering genius move. I screwed the rack on the wall with 4 bolts in total. I don't think it's going to tip over anytime soon. But yeah, time to put our tire rack on a test and see if it holds these tires. Well, would you look at that? This tire rack turned out way better than expected. Hard to believe I actually built it myself. By my calculations, it should have just barely fit 35 tires. Yet somehow, there are 35 already on there, and still plenty of space left. Guess I suck at math, huh? Now, we've got a lot more room on the ground, and the tires are actually accessible for once. If you somehow found this very informal guide helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more DIY and car projects. I mean, they probably won't be much more professional, but there's always room for improvement, right? Drop your questions or suggestions in the comments below, and see you next time.